here. Good evening, everyone. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. So today we have a new story for you all tonight. We're back at our old apartment right now, just doing some cleaning up here, and well, me doing my show because we are finally out of our apartment. So we finally moved out, and tonight we just had a home cooked meal in our new home. So here's a new story for you all tonight. I know it's a bit early, but it's usually at 8 p.m., so it's almost 8. It is called The Tailor's Basement. This is a new one. I hope you guys are doing okay. So anyway, we are finally out of our old place. So today was the best day of my life. I literally just I walked to the baker's today, like when I got back from hanging out with my producer. Like I got home like at 3 p.m. and well, I decided to go to baker's, and when I got there, I saw that the station of the pharmacy was closed because today is Memorial Day. So anyway, I hope you guys are ready for the new story. So let me get something here. My drink, like my soda right here. So I get thirsty constantly. I don't know why, but I just do. So anyway, welcome to Ghosting with Anya. And I hope you guys are, ready for a lot of ghosts, like a lot of stories. Sorry, my knees are in pain right now. So there you go. Sorry about that. My knees are in a lot of pain and it hurts. I've been walking a lot, so is my ankles, my feet, just because a lot of walking has gone through. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready for this story. So let's get started on the ghost story. So thank you guys for subscribing and following me right here on YouTube. Sorry, sometimes this thing just happens for no reason at all. I just hope that this thing works. Okay, I'll have to try again. I don't know why. This thing just happens a lot. Okay, so I'll have to get back to story 144. It just happens a lot. I don't know why, but it does. So I hope you guys are, excited and ready for our next adjustment. So anyway, let's get almost started to the story. I'm trying to get back to it because this thing just keeps on pissing me off. I don't know why. Shit happens a lot. So, but we're still getting our shit taken care of, getting our house organized and having a home cooked meal. I just can't wait for a party that we're going to host here soon. But it's actually fun. So, once we get the air fryer going, once we actually get our air fryer and, get whatever, we have to get our food out of our old fridge and make whatever we need, like breakfasts or something like that. So, almost there to get the store because this thing just keeps happening every time I come back here or whenever. But yeah, so okay, almost here for the story. There we go. It's called The Tailor's Basement. This is the new story. I hope you guys are ready for it, and my knees are in a lot of pain, so I'm just gonna rest up and adjust my new studio / my husband's office. We're sharing it. Okay, so let's get started on the story. It's called The Tailor's Basement. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And let's do the story right now. So, okay, we are in season 5, episode 144. So let's get started. When Evan agreed to renovate the storefront on Morrow Street, he imagined faulty plumbing, cracked plaster, and perhaps a few ugly surprises behind paneling. He did not expect the basement. The building had once housed a tailor shop for nearly 60 years before passing through several failed businesses and finally sitting empty long enough for dust to become part of the walls. Evan and his partner Lila intended to turn it into a small cafe with a reading corner, and for the first few weeks, progress felt ordinary. The front room needed paint. The back office needed rewiring. The old fitting mirrors in storage were too beautiful to throw away. Then, while clearing a stack of warped shelving, Evan found a narrow basement staircase hidden behind a false wall. The air that rose from below smelled of wool, mildew, and something stranger like hot metal, gone cold too quickly. The larger, the basement was larger than expected, divided into two low-ceilinged rooms with workables still standing where they had likely been left decades earlier. On one table lay rusted shears, a cracked measuring tape, and a neat little tin of buttons, as if a person had only stepped away for lunch and failed to return. Lila found the place eerie but fascinating. Evan found it impractical and wanted to seal it up until they had money to deal with it. Property that night after they locked the storefront and went home. Evan called to say he had forgotten his flashlight downstairs and was going back for it. He returned 15 minutes later with the flashlight in hand and an expression Lila had never seen on him before. He said someone had been moving in the basement, not running or hiding, but walking slowly from one table to the next in the dark as though checking unfinished work. Lila went with him the following morning because fear sounds different in practical people, and Evan's voice on the phone had not contained exaggeration. In daylight, the basement seemed less threatening, though still profoundly wrong in the way abandoned workspaces can be dust. Covered most surfaces except for one path between the tables that looked recently disturbed. At the far wall hung a row of old jackets, wrapped in yellowing garment covers. Lila lifted one and found it freshly mended at the cuff with thread newer than anything else in the room. Neither of them had touched it. Beneath the jackets stood an old treadle machine with no belt attached, yet as they watched, the foot pedal pressed once on his own and returned slowly upward. That should have been enough for them to leave. Instead, curiosity tied them to the room, like a bad decision disguised as research. Something tells me this thing is so freaking creepy. I mean, I hope you guys are seeing this. I hope you guys are hearing this story because I don't know what's going on with this thing now. I feel like this thing is acting up, I guess. Let's see. Sorry, I think the microphone's acting up. I don't know why. It should work. Okay, at the moment, sometimes microphone does not work because um well, sometimes it just doesn't want to work, but it's fine. So I got the microphone going now. It should be okay. So now I hope you guys can still hear me because well, I hope you guys can hear me. Sorry about that. Shit happens all the time. I don't know why, but it should work. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, we are in 14 minutes right now. I hope you guys are, being so brave enough to listen to a lot of ghost stories. I'm here because doing this podcast makes me feel a lot brave enough. So, um, I'm not scared. It's just I love doing this. I just hope I have a lot of viewers, especially from you guys and from a lot of people. Like people who like paranormal stuff, people would like to listen to all my stories because they are very interested in the stories because I am. I have a friend who told me that there is an actual cemetery. I think it's called Greenwood Cemetery. It's somewhere in Alaska, and hopefully maybe I will go down there with my husband and see the paranormal stuff. My friend told me all about it, and she heard it from her friend. And hopefully Chris and I will investigate it. Would you want to do that, babe?
Sure.
If we ever go to Alaska, see Nicole?
Yes, we'll do that. We're going to Alaska next year.
Well, I was hoping we could go to Greenwood Cemetery.
We'll see if we can, if it's on our ports.
Well, maybe we could talk to the people, see if we can stop there.
Yeah?
We could. I have a friend who wants me to go down there and see it, to investigate. And then at night, we can go back to our ship and relax. So, so next year, my husband and I are going on a cruise ship for 1 week. That means I won't be doing my podcast for a week. I hope you guys are, waiting for my next episodes. Maybe by next year, I will get more episodes by next year. So hopefully you guys can, be ready once I get back from my trip. And yes, we will continue doing my episodes. Of course, we'll be doing my show. So, are you guys ready for the next year's trip? Because I'm ready. It depends, because we are saving our trip to go see anyone, especially my old friends. Okay, so let's continue on the story. They spent the afternoon in city archives and learned the shop had belonged to a tailor named Samuel Brandt, praised locally for impossible repairs and his habit of refusing to let garments leave with even the smallest flaw. During a difficult winter, he reportedly kept working in the basement after hours to finish commissions he could not afford to delay. One ledger entry and a short article mentioned a basement. Fire contained before it spread, though. Injuries were described vaguely. A later note referred to Brandt's death months after from complications, which could mean anything from illness to damage no one wished to detail. Lila found a photograph of him in front of the shop, narrow face, wire rim, glasses, tape measure around his neck, expression stern, with concentration. When she showed it to Evan, he went quiet. He said it looked like the man he had seen moving between the tables in the dark. That is so scary. But if I were Evan or Lila, yeah, I would literally investigate it. I would definitely go to archives and find out. So, I literally would. And if I had a lot of questions, I would talk to the right people and find out a lot more. So, I'm asking all of you guys who are watching my show right now, do you guys see any weird shit going on in your locations? If you have any paranormal stuff going on, let me know what you guys think. If you have any concerns, all you gotta do is leave me the comment down below right here on live stream. So um, anyway, just let me know what you guys think. And if you have any paranormal activity going on in your location, um, send me the address on YouTube on the comment section, and perhaps maybe my husband and I will go down there and investigate it. Try and get some answers to a lot of paranormal activity that's been going on for many, many years. Perhaps any spirits who are, I don't know, trying to get someone's attention or trying to communicate with the living, or they just don't know that they are passed away, like spirits. They don't know that they're dead. So, um, anyway, let's continue on the story. I would love to hear what your experience with paranormal activity goes on, even at your own locations. All you gotta do is leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the story, and we'll figure something out. So let's continue on. After that, the disturbances grew more specific. Rolled fabrics shifted from one shelf to another. Overnight, chalk marks appeared on cafe blueprints where Evan and Lila had planned to demolish. A back wall, the marks shaped like little X's exactly over the load bearing studs. Once, after Evan tossed a pile of damaged lining material into a contractor bag, he found the fabric neatly folded back on the work table. The next morning, the strangest incident came. When Lila left her coat hanging in the storage room and returned to discover a torn pocket she had meant to repair, perfectly invisibly stitched from the inside. She should have been delighted by the craftsmanship. Instead, she felt as though an unseen hand had reached into her private life and improved it without permission. He doesn't know the shop is gone, she said at last. And Evan hated how plausible that sounded. One Thursday evening, staying late to review plans, they heard the basement machine start. Not the pedal alone this time, but the full rhythmic operation of a sewing machine, in use, belt or no belt, needle working through cloth in measured bursts. They stood together at the top of the stairs, listening to it. A lamp they had never wired in flickered below, casting a low amber pulse through the doorway. Against every instinct, Evan descended. First, Lila followed close enough to hear her own heartbeat over the machine. In the far room stood Samuel Brandt, exactly as in the photograph, sleeves rolled, glasses low on his nose, bent over, a dark coat spread across the table. He was not translucent or dramatic. He looked occupied when Evan whispered his name. The tailor glanced up only long enough to reveal a face marked by old burned lines along one temple. Then he pointed with one scorched finger toward the back wall of the basement. This is so freaking weird. It can be scary too, but I just hope you guys listening very carefully as I'm reading the story. These stories can be based on real events. I just hope you guys are still, listening every word I am saying. I hope you guys are doing all right. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll try and figure some shit out. So, let's continue on the story. Evan and Lila froze. The machine stopped in the sudden silence. They heard another sound beyond uh, the wall. A slow leak and the brutal groan of weakened support timber. The next day, an inspector confirmed what Samuel's chalk marks had implied water damage. Behind that wall had severely compromised part of the structure, and demolishing as planned might have caused a collapse into the neighboring property. The renovation plans changed immediately. Evan left one of Samuel's old shears polished and upright on the basement table as a kind of acknowledgement. The disturbances lessened after that, but never vanished entirely. Sometimes a loose hem on an apron would be repaired overnight. Sometimes chalk lines appeared where a shelf should sit more securely. Lila stopped calling it haunting. She called it consultation from a very dead professional who still refused to let bad work leave the building. Wow. This is so creepy and sad at the same time. So, I hope you guys know what this story can lead to, especially with a lot of, I don't know, cafe shops or whatever. I know I'm a bit late because it's already 8 p.m. Well, I'm a bit early because we got here early, and maybe, well, I hope you guys have any questions because we got 10 questions of the story, and I hope you guys actually have any. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll figure something out. So let's go with the questions. We are in 28 minutes right now. So let's get started on the questions. If you have like a million of them, please let me know in the comments down below. Would you have gone back into the basement after seeing someone move down there? Well, yes, of course we would. I mean, I would love to investigate where it is, and I literally actually would investigate the basement, especially even in the office. I literally would, like in the back of it. If I ever wanted to see a ghost, I would try and communicate with it. Try my best. But I would literally want to talk to this ghost. I would try my best to help him move on in the afterlife, find peace, and tell him the truth that the the shop is gone because there's nothing left for him. I would tell him that he died just because of the fire that happened decades before. Like, literally. Let's go to number 2. Do you think Samuel stayed because of duty, pride, or unfinished work? I think he stayed because of his work. He wanted to finish making clothes that he was going to sell in his shop. So I think it was unfinished work. It's not just his pride, it's also unfinished product. This is why a lot of ghosts don't know that they're dead until they finally get the truth about it. So, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my legs. I don't have a chair to sit on, so I can put this on the table. It's actually at my new house right now. So, if I were Lila or Evan, I would acknowledge this ghost named Samuel. I would literally try to communicate with him. I would definitely want to tell him the truth, and he would probably believe me. So I would try and figure out a way to help him. Okay, let's go to number 3. What is eerier, a ghost that scares you or one that corrects you? I think the one that corrects people, not scares them. Samuel doesn't know that he died, so he thinks he is still alive and trying to finish his work. But he can be scary sometimes, but at least he finally got the truth. So, well, he's not that scary. He just doesn't know that he is a ghost. And he's been trapped in the basement for decades since that night that he passed away. He would definitely correct people. I think that's what he was trying to do, help Lila and Evan with the business thing. But I would definitely think that Samuel would just does corrections and shit. But, okay, let's go to number 4. We're almost finished here. Would you trust chalk marks from a dead tailor more than your own plans? Yes, I would. I definitely would. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna put my legs down. Because my legs are in pain, I can just go like this. Like that. Okay. Yeah. Like that. So, yeah. I probably definitely I would trust Samuel with his corrections, and I would definitely not argue with him. I'd probably just figure something out. I probably definitely would trust him. If I didn't know who he was, I would not trust him. I would not know what he looked like when he was alive in the past, and he probably would try and help. Let's go to number 5. We've got 5 questions left before I sign off. Why do workspaces make such interesting settings for hauntings? Well, it's probably because of the memories. It's a history of all the places have been around for many generations. All those buildings, like in the past or whatever it was. Could be any of them. So, but I would probably just try to investigate a lot of. If it's haunted, then you are more excited than scared. I'm excited to go to a lot of haunted places. I've never been to Alaska. I've never been to Seattle. I have never been to um, other places, like from, like, say, from the past, or like Wild West or something, somewhere in Texas. I've never been there. I've never been to Utah or Idaho or Ohio, Connecticut, Kansas. Well, there's one Kansas I've been to, which is Kansas City, Kansas. That is where I went to. I've never even been to Missouri or Nashville or Savannah, Georgia. I've never been to any of those places that are extremely haunted. So they're all interesting. I would definitely go investigate those places. The reason why is because they have a lot of history, they have a lot of memories going on, even a lot of stories to tell about the place, how it happened, where it was located at, and you know, something like that. So, uh, okay, sorry about that. I'll just have to go like this. So, anyway, I hope you guys are still here listening. Let's go to number 6. Are you guys are doing okay? Um, I hope you guys leave me comments down below because, well, there's a lot of paranormal stuff going on. So, we're almost done here, guys. Hold on. So, I really hope that you guys have a lot of explorations or whatever. If you have like a million questions, all you gotta do is leave me a comment down below and I'll try and figure it out. So anyway, sorry, my voice can be very scratchy. Hold on, I need to put my phone down. Oof, there goes that sound of the drink. My voice is very scratchy. Not trying to yell because I don't like to yell that much unless my husband and I are arguing about a lot of shit. Okay, so let's continue on this. Let's go to number 6. What would you have done after finding your coat pocket repaired? I would probably say thank you to the spirit of mending my coat. I would actually appreciate a spirit to repair my coat pocket. I mean, I would smile, I would politely say thank you, and I would also have a wonderful night. And I don't want you guys to leave. I would love for you to stay where you guys were meant to be, or I hope you find peace, and please watch over all the businesses. Even if we take your building, I hope you are watching over us, and we will honor you no matter what. We will make sure that you guys are still on Earth. Hopefully, you guys are still here. We're not going to mess with your shit. We're not going to mess with you. Hopefully, you guys don't mess with us. Just want to say thank you and enjoy your stay. that sort of thing. So that's exactly what I would have done. If I found my stuff being repaired, I would probably say thank you. Sorry about that. I just had Diet Pepsi. And there goes my drink. Okay, let's go to number 7. Do you think Samuel understood he was dead? Yes, of course. If I told Samuel that he has passed on, he would probably um, be confused about it at first, but then he would understand it. I probably would understand it as well. So, we are in like 41 minutes probably. Yeah, I think so. Um, if I were Samuel, I would try and understand it. I would go back to the beginning and find out everything. Get the go to archives and read the article and see what it says. Probably about the day that the person died. I mean, if I were Samuel, I would try and understand it. Like, think very hard and you'll finally understand it. That's exactly what I would do. And I think Samuel actually did understand. And he does still understand. Let's go to number 8. We're almost done. We have like 3 questions left. Was the hunting protecting the building or preserving the shop? I think Samuel was protecting the building. He was helping uh, the new owners as well. Well, he was trying to help them. He did not mean to scare them, but he actually was protecting them. He was uh, appreciate their acknowledgments. So if I were Evan or Lila, I would actually appreciate what Samuel's ghost would have done. I would thank Samuel for protecting our building from anything else. I think he's there just in time before something bad would have happened. So he was protecting the building. That's my answer. Okay, we got 2 questions left, so let's continue on. Is a perfectionist ghost less frightening or more invasive? I think less frightening the most. I mean, if I see a ghost, I would not be scared. I mean, I would literally would try my best to have a brave face and a lot of confidence, and I would try and communicate with the dead. But I don't think this ghost of Samuel Brandt is actually a friendly ghost. He's not frightening. If he was, he would have been some kind of bad person when he was alive. I mean, there is bad people who die and still be bad ghosts. So I probably definitely would think that Samuel is actually less frightening. He's not a scary guy. He was just trying to protect the building and the new owners. He was just trying to finish his work. That's all he ever wanted. He wanted to be acknowledged. He wanted to be remembered. He wanted people to know what his work was, how he did it, and he wanted to protect a lot of people instead of scaring them to death. But if I were Lila and Evan, I would acknowledge the ghost. I would thank the spirits, and hopefully they will enjoy their stay instead of getting rid of them. I would actually let the spirits stay. So that's exactly what I would do. Okay, last question. If a spirit kept improving your work, would you thank it or leave? Well, if I see this ghost improving my job, I actually would thank him or her. If I ever seen this spirit, I would like smile, give them a little wave, just say hi, and I would literally thank the ghost. Of course, I would thank the ghost. I like this ghost. This ghost was just trying to help instead of like getting in my space, too much pressure, invasive, that sort of thing, just getting in the way. I would definitely thank the ghost, not saying horrible things to it. Okay, so we are out of time. I just want to say thank you guys. Um, well, that's all I have for you guys tonight. So tomorrow we have a new story for you all. It is called The Last Patient in Ward C. Something to do with psychiatric, maybe like an asylum. That's exactly what I think. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be back here, maybe same time or 8 o'clock, like always. So I just want to say thank you for listening. Hopefully, you guys will leave me comments down below right here on YouTube. And I appreciate what you guys are going through. And I hope you guys are brave enough, get more confidence. And I hope you take my advice about all these paranormal stuff. It is time for my husband and I to go. We got some other shit going on. My producer has his podcast going on. I do mine in the evening now. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching Ghosting with Anya. See you all tomorrow night, same time as always. I will be back at this apartment, and well, I'm not staying at this apartment. I'm just doing my evening show here tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday night. And once we get our internet going, I will be doing my internet. Well, I will be doing my podcasting in our new house upstairs in the office. So thank you guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow. And have a wonderful night. Stay safe, and we'll see you all tomorrow night. May God bless you and protect yourselves. I think that's all I have. And stay tuned for next episode of Ghosting with Anya, the last patient in Ward C. Good night, guys. And please subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye.